to three parts: forebrain, midbrain, and hindbrain. Embryologically, these are referred to as prosencephalon, mesencephalon, and rhombencephalon. These are known as primary brain vesicles. Right? The neural tube has a cranial part and a caudal part. Cranial part further divides into three primary vesicles, which are referred to as prosencephalon, mesencephalon, and rhombencephalon. These further give rise to secondary brain vesicles. Prosencephalon splits into telencephalon and diencephalon. Mesencephalon persists as the smallest part, whereas rhombencephalon persists as or divides into metencephalon and myelencephalon. What you see is the adult brain, which is the derivative of these three primary brain vesicles or five secondary brain vesicles. Right? So let's try to appreciate the structures derived from each of these vesicles. Okay? The wall of the vesicles gives rise to the structure that you see from exterior, whereas the lumen of the vesicle gives rise to ventricles and then the central canal. So first, the primary brain vesicle of prosencephalon gives rise to two subdivisions, telencephalon and diencephalon. Telencephalon gives rise to two cerebral hemispheres, right? Right and left cerebral hemisphere, that's it. Diencephalon gives rise to subcortical mass of gray matter. The mesencephalon persists as the smallest part of the brain as midbrain. Roughly, it measures about 2 centimeters, that's it. Right? So, this is mesencephalon, right? Giving rise to midbrain. Done? Then, rhombencephalon gives rise to two subdivisions. These are metencephalon and myelencephalon. Metencephalon gives rise to pons and then cerebellum. Myelencephalon gives rise to medulla oblongata. This is how it looks from medial surface. Fine. If we see the entire brain again, if you want to take a look at the midbrain, remember only ventral part of the midbrain is visible, right? From the inferior surface, can you see these two bundles of white matter? These are crus cerebri, fine, which represents the anterior-most part of midbrain. So remember, in the whole brain, you can see only the anterior part of midbrain. So what you see here is these two are the large bundles known as crus cerebri. Then the part of the hindbrain, as I said, metencephalon gives rise to the pons, and then the two cerebellar hemisphere, whereas myelencephalon gives rise to the medulla oblongata. So remember, whenever you use the term encephalon, it refers to embryonic brain vesicles. In adult brain, we don't use it. Are we clear with this? So remember the three primary brain vesicles, then five secondary vesicles, their derivatives. What I told you is derivatives of the lateral wall. Later on, we'll discuss what happens to the lumen of these cavities.